Alright, gang. I didn't know I'd be back this soon, but you're stuck with me. Um, since phase one, the YouTube video, and I've been talking to a bunch of people on the uBITX group. Um, I said, I gotta have I've got to have an S meter. I want to know where to tap off the BitX board here. Uh, and see what I could do. And the way things are set up, circuit wise, and so forth. And I don't want to do it in software. I want to do it in hardware. I want to do analog because other people are going to be working in this. We may be modifying it again. It may need repairs. It may need some adjustments or something. So I want to keep everything out of the Arduino realm and just leave it up to that thing there. I mean, there's the program as designed by the maker, and although I'm told I could learn the programming language and do it, I'm sure I could. I don't, because then you kind of leave other people out of the loop. So I'm going to leave that stock standard from the factory alone for now. Maybe someday if I change the display to a different one, more fancy one. But for now, that's the way it's going to be. And everything else is going to be like us old hams are used to. It's wires and electrons and analog signals. Anyhow, here's the S meter. And what I ended up doing is taking the unamplified, the raw audio, and running it through actually I'm using a 386 here because I want to get a preamp. Get that in there, baby. Come on. With a very high input impedance and a very low output, and get about 20 dB a gain. So we're taking the audio, we're tapping it off the high side of the pot, right out of the detector DMOD section of the schematic, and we're feeding it into this thing. I'm doing some integration here. There's a little 914 diode. We're going to focus. And some integration here, and a level control back. It's hard to do this. Back here, a little trim pot, 20K trim pot. The amp's always got a couple hundred ohms load on it, so we don't get into other situations with unloading it. But what I did last night, actually yesterday morning, I started, and then again last night, is I sat down with my Watkins Johnson. There it is, tuned to 960, just as we are over here. And watching the S meter, which is pretty well calibrated because I know what this is my 160 long wire antenna, which has been up since 1994. That's 26 years. I know what it could do in terms of fixed standard stations, be shortwave or AM broadcast. So I know what to expect on that S meter. And every day for 26 years it's been the same. So that's how I set this up. And surprisingly, the angels were smiling. They don't always. When Bob does a project, a lot of times the little demons come out. And if I don't get blue smoke, I certainly get something that doesn't work the way I had planned while laying in bed trying to fall asleep the night before. So I dreamt this up in my head. I tried to remember it over my cornflakes. And here it is, and it's working. Now, S meter bouncing around. Well, yeah, because we are sideband. And we're tuning like we would with ECSS if you're an SWL or a ham and you're going to use sideband, single sideband for AM reception. You generate the carrier in the radio and you feed. Well, you know how SSB works. If you don't look it up, it's kind of interesting. If this was an AM station and this could demodulate AM, this would be another problem because I'd have to see the carrier sitting there at S9, which is where it should be for this particular station. But as soon as, like with the Watkins Johnson over here, as soon as I go from AM, where it would hang in at 9 and just modulate a little bit during speech patterns, if you go to sideband, over here, see all the modes? You would get the dancing of the needle. Here, let's call that dancing of the needle, or the needle dance. And that's that gets me off the hook, folks. That's perfect. This station normally, day and night, is just sitting just below S9, which is clearly marked 50 microvolts, which is what it is. I have confirmed that with all the equipment that I work on in here. Many, many, many government type radios. The RF signal strength coming in. So we know where we are at the 50 microvolts at 52 ohms. All right, here's the two 386s again. I also added the go, no-go idiot lights. Let me give you some audio so you can sync it. Okay. I killed the audio. Well, I killed the feed to the thing. And as you can see, the idiot lights, hard to photograph bright LEDs. It's blinking, telling me there's nothing coming in, and if I was on field day or out in the woods or something, I'd say, well, there's nothing there on my frequency. I'll put out another call later. And as soon as I do, somebody comes back to me, I'll get the green, which modulates to the incoming voice from his or her transmitter. It's an idiot light. You don't need it, but you got them in your cars, and it's faster and easier to read than a gauge. And like I said, if you happen to get up and walk away and go eat a sandwich and drink a beer, you can watch your radio without listening to it. And if you see the little green thing dancing around on your front panel, you know somebody's calling you or talking or whatever. So that was the purpose of that. Not necessary, but a cute little in-one KPR trademark, we're going to call that. All right, I think that's about it. Let me hook. This isn't going to be easy, so bear with me here. I wish I had 3 hands. Okay, there we are. S-meter problem solved. The next thing to do is to start cutting the front panel. I got one more project. That's to add a second TR switch so that we could run the preamp and attenuator with the receiver only. When it goes into the transmit, that gets bypassed for, guess why? Obvious reasons. You don't want to transmit into your preamp. I don't think I showed you this in the first video. Here's the encoder. That's the guy that lets you change frequencies here. If you do a push on it, you can go to fast frequency change. You can do slow frequency change. If you hold the encoder shaft in, it goes into a menu thing here, and you can select all the setup stuff you want to do to make it, keep it in the ROM in there for future use. All right, that's it. Again, Bob went long because he talks a lot. N1 KPR here. Sign up, enjoy. If you like what I'm doing, let me know. If you don't, go away quietly, please. Or offer a suggestion. And www.bobsamerica.com. Thank you. It's very hot, so I want everybody, if it's hot where you stay cool, and please stay safe. We don't want anybody getting sick. We want to have fun. N1 KPR. Bye-bye.